So will that quote not apply to this team?
Skip,
it will really apply to this team.
You know, first of all, the guy that they had in Cleveland was lunching. Some of those guys were not playing up to their capabilities on a nightly basis.
Okay.
You're making $15 million. I need more than 6 and 6. I need that. I need that in my life. I know JaVale's going to give me max effort all the time. I know what I'm going to get from Rondo. Caldwell Pope, yeah, but I know for the most part.
He's not on your team yet.
He going to be there.
Okay.
Because guess what he is?
He's a clutch.
Yeah, he clutch. That's what we do. And we got the Morris. Yep.
You got who?
The Morris twin.
Oh, you got him already?
Yeah.
I didn't
He
know.
went clutch.
Is that breaking news?
He went clutch.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
He's a clutch.
We got inside tracks. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Good luck.
Yeah, no doubt the Lakers are going to be an interesting experiment in the importance of quality depth this season. All right, up next, let's stay with the Kawhi theme. The New York Post reporting the Knicks had a meeting scheduled with Kawhi yesterday, but canceled it. Reportedly, the Knicks did not want to miss out on other free agents while waiting for Kawhi, when they didn't think they had realistically a good chance of signing him. The Knicks used their cap space to sign several other free agents, while the Clippers took the opposite approach. They're still saving their money, betting on the chance Kawhi will pick them over the Raptors and the Lakers. So, Shannon, you think the Clippers blew it by waiting on Kawhi?
No. A guy like Kawhi Leonard is worth the risk. You wait, Skip. You know what I noticed? In all my life, I'm 51 years of age, and I've been going out on dates since I was about 18, 19, Skip, give or take a couple
We're
years.
doing more relationships?
Yeah, but you know what I noticed, Skip? All the girls I didn't ask for a date, I didn't go out with.
Really?
And there have been times.
Why didn't they ask you for a date?
Let me finish my story.
Right.
There have been times that guys like Sharp, ain't no way that girl gonna go out with you. And lo and behold, Sharp, not knowing any better, go, excuse me, would you like to go to a movie? Would you like to go to dinner? So, in other words, Skip, all the shots I didn't shoot, they didn't go in. And sometimes I clanged a few, and she's like, no, but thank you anyway. But
They said no to you?
Yeah, sometimes they said no.
You're a big star athlete. Come on.
But sometimes they said no, and they had somebody. I respect that. But then they circle back. Are you still interested? Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Really?
Yeah, that's what happened to me. So, in other words, when you get a guy of this magnitude, Skip, you wait it out. I don't know what the Knicks were thinking, because what's the worst thing he can say is no. But there's also a 50% chance he says yes. And that's what the Clippers, Skip, they traded Blake Griffin to Detroit and got Tobias Harris and a couple of other guys. And they ended up moving Tobias Harris. So they've been waiting for this moment. They we opened up 2 slots. We want 2 max players.
Yep.
And all the other max players, with the exception of Kawhi, has been spoken for. So they're saying he's worth the wait. They're willing to wait. Got no problem with that, because, like I said, the worst thing you can do is fill up these slots.
Yep.
And then Kawhi's like, I would love to come, but you got no room. You got no money for me. So I have no problem with what the Clippers are doing. They've done this. They traded Blake. They traded Tobias to open it for one reason. For this guy.
Okay.
This was the only reason they did it. And they're still in play. They're one of the 3 teams, Skip. So there's a 33 and a 30% chance. That's pretty good odds. I mean, just think about it. If you could play the lottery and you had a 33 and a third chance of winning, you'd play, wouldn't you?
But would you have given him those odds before this all started?
Yeah, because look, so it would have been 20%, because he's going to meet with the Knicks, the Nets, the Clippers, Lakers, and Toronto. So 20% chance, still damn good odds. So when the other 2 teams bowed out, so now you're at 33 and a third.
Yeah, but just emotionally, you wouldn't have given him much of a shot at all. You give him a 1%.
But it was reported that he wants to be in L.A. We're in L.A. We might not be, because his original choice was to get to the Lakers. Okay. Clippers they're not the Lakers, but they're in L.A. Close to home. He just bought a big home down in the San Diego area in Rancho Santa Fe. So with that being said, Skip, look, the only thing they're missing out on is mid-level guys. Jimmy Butler walked, but Jimmy Butler said, no, I'm not even giving y'all. I'm going to Miami. Jimmy Butler turned down a max deal with Philly. So he had his mind made up that he was going elsewhere, Miami. So the only thing they're missing out on is mid-level guys who's not going to change their life one way or the other. This guy is a life changer. This guy is a life saver.
So, as you know, I've been rooting for the Clippers to land this guy. It would be just fun to watch. And if he wanted to really enhance his legacy, this is where he should choose. And I'm not ruling it out because I have no reason to rule it in or out. I don't know what to think except if Ramona Shelburne was right about this was a loyalty test for all three of these last teams standing trying to get his services here, that they passed the loyalty test. Because we've heard not a peep from the Clippers. Right? Not a peep.
Correct.
Nothing. So if you put my feet to fire, if you made me bet on it, I would not bet on them right now because I don't have anything to go on. I don't have any proof or evidence whatsoever. Not one outsider, nobody from a distance has said, boy, I like the Clippers' chances. I only have Brian Wintour saying
that's why we should love him.
Wants to go. Well, you could be a scenario. That would be that they played with fire and got burned because this guy's fire. Ask the Spurs about fire, about playing with this kind of fire.
Y'all didn't treat him right.
Okay, we treated him beautifully. We treated him. We babied him.
In the beginning,
coddled him.
No,
like no one's ever been coddled.
What you did in the beginning, Skip Bayless, and this happens a lot. You opened the doors. You told us how great it was to see us, and you really appreciate us and love what we did. And then all of a sudden, you became angry, and you didn't open car doors. So you treated him unfairly, and he dipped.
So I feel sorry if, in fact, he stiffs them. I feel sorry for, in order, Doc Rivers and Jerry West and Steve Ballmer. I know Doc and I know Jerry a little bit, but I know Doc pretty well, and he's a good guy.
I like Doc.
And it's like beneath his dignity to have to grovel for this guy and to put all his eggs in this basket.
But you won't feel sorry for the Lakers if they don't get him.
Okay, but they got Anthony. They got something.
We won't
They got LeBron. Okay,
you got Ballmer. You got Doc.
Okay,
so let us get something.
They can't play. So
the
point is, these are, and I don't know Steve Ballmer, but he is highly respected within his field and world because he's highly successful, obviously.
Very energetic.
So
great.
All three of these men, the logo, have been reduced to groveling for this guy. But that's the game they chose to play because that's the NBA today, right?
Well, you got sometime when you the frog and you want the princess, you got to beg for a kiss. So they got to beg for his services.
You got to kiss a lot of frogs?
Okay.
I guess so.
They're not no mid-level frogs.
Okay. All right. I got it. But ironically, the Knicks have actually played this pretty well because they read their tea leaves right away and they said, there's no way he's coming here. And I don't know how they knew that, but they backed out quickly. They just folded, right?
Yeah.
Folded their hand.
But Skip, what would it hurt to take the meeting? So what, you're going to miss out on Taj Gibson? You're going to miss out on Bobby Portis? Wow. They're going to change your life? Well, that guy's a life changer.
Julius Randle, right? Come on. He's pretty good.
He's good, Skip, but he ain't that guy.
Okay.
Would you wait? Let me ask you a question. Would you wait an extra 3-4 days to sign Kawhi? Is he worth it? If he's not worth it, you keep it moving. Clearly, the Knicks said he wasn't worth it.
Okay, but somehow their intel was better than the Clippers, or the Clippers were just hanging on to hope. Man, maybe the Clippers are going to land him. I don't know. Maybe their intel is great.
Yeah.
But the point is, the Knicks backed off right on time because they could have been left holding nothing, right? They could have been chasing KCP and Rondo and JaVale.
What do you think the Knicks record will be this year?
Well, I don't know. I don't really care, but it's way better than it could have been if they were still holding out hope for this guy.
Oh, so 29 and what is that? 29 and 53 is better than 26 and
Okay, well, obviously,
56.
What I would have done is just close my eyes and plunge on KD if he would do it, and then I would have plunged on Kyrie. And I know he can lead the league in diva and all that, but you just have to take the shot. Because they're both high risk on injury. Both of them have been injured.
But you want to take, but this is what I don't get. You want them to take the risk on Kyrie and KD, who's injury prone, who's thin skinned, who's moody, but not take the risk on Kawhi.
But I'm talking about taking the risk to even have a shot to get him, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Well, I think they had no shot.
Oh, well, you don't know that.
Okay, well, I don't know that, but if you know how, if your grapevine is better than my grapevine and you kind of get some inkling that he's really has no interest in New York.
Did you think Toronto had a shot to land him? Unless they picked up the fall and called R.C. Buford and Greg Popovich. Because Toronto was never on anybody's radar. But you pick up the phone and you call. Hey, RC.
I actually think RC was calling everybody else.
RC.
He was just scouring the countryside.
RC, what would it take to get old Kawhi, get old Wild out of San Antonio?
No, RC called and said, what would you give me?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Well, Toronto, Masai was smart.
No, they decided we got to cut bait with this guy. Yeah. We got to get rid of him.
Well, we was getting off the line anyway, whether you cut bait or not.
Okay.
We was getting off that line. Right. We was too big for you guys to reel in anymore.
I think RC called the Lakers and said, I want X, Y, Z, and W over here.
No, you heard the reports that Kawhi asked, did you guys try and trade for me? Of course.
Yeah.
Any big free agent. That's what Magic does. Magic was a big game hunter. Kawhi comes available, we'll trade you everything. Or AD, we'll trade you everything. Yes, Kawhi, we wanted you. They tried to move heaven and earth to get you.
Okay.
But they want to be stubborn. They didn't want us to have you.
Okay. So minus number 2, you look at the Clippers, and they're exactly what Toronto is, except Toronto is a better Clippers because they're both intact, right?
Yeah.
Except the Clippers, Toronto was already loaded before because they had the best record in the East before number 2 joined.
Do you believe the Clippers will have equal to or a better record than what they had last?
I think they could be a little bit better.
I do not.
Why?
Not record-wise.
They're the same.
They're not winning 48 games.
Okay, they're the same.
They're not.
They got everybody. They even brought back Patrick Beverley, and that was a nice scramble move, right?